Hey, it's your bonus session on the 12-week year and of accountability group. And what I want to go deeper dive into this week is really talking about positive or productive procrastination and what sometimes it means. So sometimes I see people kind of beating themselves up because they started doing other stuff. And what I find is that when you have crazy hair, you just sort of go with it on video. That's what I'm finding today. But when you look at productive procrastination from a prosperity mindset, it's often a little something different. And it's actually the past promises that you made to yourself are actually asking to be first. So from a prosperity mindset, what happens is that we start to see, right? We start to take agency. That's what I love about the 12-week accountability group, right? Is that we start to take agency. And agency is, right, the action of I feel like I have enough energy to move forward. And what ends up happening is we write all these lists. And then what happens is that we start building tactics, we build game plans, we start putting a roadmap together, we schedule things, we start making choices, and this stuff from the past goes, but you made a promise to me first. And, okay, remember, prosperity is a verb. It's the ability to magnify. So when we are looking at that, it's action energy that expands. So when you're looking at that action energy, sometimes action can look like a lot, right? It can be stirring the pot. It can be going on an adventure. It can be really looking at this kind of the muscle memory of things. And what ends up happening is the promises that you made to yourself that weren't done might start actively approaching, right? Action is actively approaching. So when a promise that you may have made to yourself about something starts kind of pushing its way forward, it is feeling that emotion, that past piece that you went, oh, I really want that, is going, oh, there's action energy. I should get it to the front of the line. I should get to the front of the line. So you have some choices to make in that. One is that as you are making your tactics, as you are doing the things of putting these systematic processes together, I would look at what your productive procrastination is about, because chances are it's something that you meant to get done earlier that didn't get finished. So what ends up happening, and this is usually around midpoint, is that we see people go, oh, I made these other things before. They didn't seem like they were important, but now they're asking to be the top of the list. And what ends up happening is, instead of having a riot over this, is to really just go in and ask yourself the question, are these things that needed to get done that were unfinished? How will this solve it? You just start gently asking itself some questions. If you are called to do it, you should do it, right? Tactics are a way of doing. It's a way of doing. And action is that we're using agency and energy to actively approach, right? Action is that we are using agency and energy to actively approach. So tactic is agency, right? That's our game plan. That's kind of all of our shenanigans. How are we going to get it done? It's our mindset. Tactics are tough because they require choices. They require scheduling. They require time. They require mindset. They have to have a way in. And what happens when we do productive procrastination is that sometimes the way in for the new thing is going, you didn't finish this old stuff. So look at what's asking for your attention. Look at what you're called to do. Instead of saying, boy, I'm just not doing it right, I would just start gently and thoughtfully writing some stuff down so you can get your eyes on it, get your feelings on it, because it might be just past promises that are asking to be first. So if it is that you are suddenly called to clean out your closet, okay, but give it time to do that. And what is my advice on this? My advice is to keep it on your tactics list. The things that are on your tactics list are on your tactics list, but they may actually move forward. Instead of being in week 4, 5, or 6, they might actually need to be in week 7, 8, or 9. So if you are being called to things, that's the question I would ask. Why are these things coming up as a priority right now? And the priority might be that this is just the natural time to do them, or that they're eligible to be finished, or that because you're seeing so much momentum in these other places, that you can maybe just take on more, or that you can emotionally kind of punch through some things. Sometimes when you have a win in one area, it inspires you to win in many areas. And when we have made promises to ourselves that we maybe just kept procrastinating on, that they start coming to the list because they're like, oh, it's go time, get in line, get in line, get in line, get in line. And they will, because there's momentum to get that work done. So sometimes also what I like about productive procrastination is, yes, I'm putting aside the things that I kind of am avoiding, and we should talk about those. But the other side of that is that it is a hurricane of other ideas and other things that weren't processed. So be gentle, be gentle. If you're being bold in one part of your life, things that require boldness will ask to be front of the line. If you're being thoughtful in your game plan, other things that needed to be thoughtful will come to the front of the line. If it's strenuous, if it's active energy, it will ask to come to the front of the line. So sometimes if it's a leadership piece, then all the other pieces will come to the front of the line. Don't worry about your hurricane. That if you have that productive procrastination, it's not always in prosperity mindset a bad thing, but it is something that you need to, take in. This is your process. This is your fun. This is 12-week year. This is why we're doing this. And it's fun. It's fun. It's fun to get a whole bunch of stuff done. And that's what we're doing. So stay positive, keep going. And I like what you're doing. I like what you're doing. So keep doing it. Bye.